Some of you may have seen some of my recent Ready or Not super realistic VR videos.
Blue, breach and bang.
In essence, I am a SWAT team leader and my team listen to my voice commands and execute them.
Breaching, bang. Moving in.
Not only that, but I've made a bunch of other modifications, which you'll see coming up, so stay tuned.
Element to talk. Suspect is down and in need of medical attention.
And if you haven't, then I'd have a look in the description of this video to have a look at them. But in essence, I have made the most realistic VR experience using voice attack, 6 directions of freedom, and full VR with voice adjustments in Ready or Not, and it is a mind-blowing experience. And today I'm going to show you exactly how I've done that. So guys, the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to head over to the flat screen to VR Discord. Now this place is a gold mine. We're going to head over to the UE section on the left and we're going to find games and we're going to look for Ready or Not. And when we go into Ready or Not, if you look at the top right hand corner, there are 3 dots. Click that and then there'll be a pin. If you click the pin, it'll have a link on it which will take you to Nexus Mods. And in this Nexus Mods page will be all the information you need to know. So instructions on how to install. I'm going to show you this anyway, but it's a good place to read. It's going to show you the key mapping, everything you need to know. However, there are 2 files we need to download from here. One is the actual profile and one is a file which is going to do the input.ini, which is the key mapping for the game. So we download both of those files, pop them on your desktop, and we're going to work with them now. Now guys, it is worth mentioning that in order for this to work, you should have the Unreal Engine Injector installed. And I made a video on this a week or 2 ago. So have a look at the description of this video and you'll see a guide on exactly how to do that. Now guys, all we need to do is open up Unreal Injector and go to import config, and then we're going to select profile, which is the file which we downloaded from Nexus. We don't need to extract it, we can select it as it is, and that will import the profile into the Unreal Injector. Okay, so now to deal with the other files. So we're going to go over to our search bar, we're going to put in percentage app data percentage, and we're going to click on that file folder. We're going to move back 1 to app data, and in app data we're going to select local. In local we're going to look for our game, which is Ready or Not. It's in here somewhere. There it is. And inside Ready or Not we're going to go to saved, and then we're going to go to config, and then we're going to go to this folder here, which is Windows No Editor. And here we're going to drop in the input file. This input file needs to have been extracted, of course. So we drop it in there. You can see I've already got one there. Now if you open up that file, you will see that it has all of the controls for all the different Oculus, Valve Index, whatever it is you use, it's there. Now, of course, we're trying to make the most realistic version of Ready or Not in VR possible. So what I would recommend is you remove some voice files. Now, I would remove all of TOC except for the TOC victory file, which is a file which plays when you have finished a mission.
Copy that. Put him on safe and let him hang. Great job.
And that's just so that you know you finished the mission. Other than that, TOC can be a little bit annoying. The other ones that I recommend you remove are the judge files. So the judge is actually you, the player. Now, the reason why I recommend you remove them is because if you are saying to one of your guys using voice attack, breach and bang, I will say that with my voice, breach and bang, and then I'll hear my character say, breach and bang, and it's like an echo and it's pointless and it's annoying.
Deploying C2.
Now I'm just going to say that this part is optional. You don't have to do this, but I recommend you do it for more realism. So head over to Ready or Not where you've installed it. If you go into Ready or Not again, content, and inside content there'll be VO, which stands for voiceover. Now TOC, I'd recommend removing all of TOC except for the victory file, and then Judge is yourself. I would remove all the files in Judge except for the drop weapon files. Now make sure not to delete the files, but just put them in another folder within the files so that the game doesn't pick them up. So I've made a file called 1 and I've dropped them in there. And now I'm going to launch Ready or Not, and I'm also going to launch UE Injector. Now if you have a look, it does sometimes say run as administrator. You can actually set it so that it always runs as administrator. I recommend you do that. You can see it's picked up our profile. We're going to check this drop down box over here, and we're going to make sure that it's selected on Ready or Not, and then we're going to inject. And when we inject, we go straight into the game. Now the options menu will pop up. If you push both of your analog sticks in on both of your controllers, it'll close this menu, but this menu is very important and we're going to get back to this menu very shortly. Alright, so let's hop into a mission and change some files to make this game playable. And when you jump in, the first thing you're going to notice is you have arms, and they're in the way, and they're janky, and they stop and restrict your movement. You'll also notice that we don't have 60OF, so we're going to go into options and we're going to set that up now. So first things first, we're going to open up our Unreal Engine VR Injector menu by pushing in both of our analog sticks in, and we're going to make sure on the top left corner show advanced options is selected, and then we're going to go down to main, and then we're going to choose acknowledged pawn. Once we've chosen acknowledged pawn, we're going to go down to components, then we're going to go to skeletal mesh component, the gloves, and we're going to set as visible off and save it. Then we're going to go to the shirt and we're going to visible, and we're going to go save visibility state. And what that'll do is remove our gloves, remove our shirt. Now they're not in the way and they're not janky, but we don't have proper full 60OF yet. So let's set that up. So we are back in the acknowledged pawn section. We're going to go to components again. We're going to scroll all the way down and we are going to choose inventory component, inventory comp. We're going to choose properties and we're going to choose last equipped item. Under last equipped item, we're going to go down over to components, and in components, we're going to scroll all the way down to skeletal mesh item. So from here we're going to attach that to right, so that's going to attach that to our right controller, and then we're going to need to adjust it. So push the adjust button and a little blue box is going to pop up. Now we're going to align this blue box with our rifle in the way that is comfortable for us, and there we are. Select permanent change just so that it's saved, and save visibility state, and we are ready to tango. Now there is one last thing we need to do, and that is to head over to input and select on D-pad shifting method. Make sure you put that to gesture head left joystick, and what that'll do is allow you to raise your left controller to your head and use the analog stick on that controller to use the D-pad. So that would be to use accessories like a laser, or to change from single fire to automatic, or to put on your VR visor. To do that, you stick the controller up to your head, the left controller, and you use the analog stick. Now so far we have installed full VR support with 60OF in Ready or Not. We've also gotten rid of all of the voice files, and the reason why we've done that is because we want to install voice attack, and that is going to be the cherry on top, which is going to make this as realistic as possible. So head over to Steam, look in the store and buy voice attack. I think it costs about £20. Once you've bought that, install it and turn it on. Now this will run in the background while Ready or Not is playing. So here we have the injector running, and I've just turned on voice attack, and here you can see all the commands of the profile I'm going to link to you shortly, but here's a demonstration of it. So I'm going to shout down some commands down the microphone. Blue, go. Blue, go. Pie it. Go, go, go. Red, go. Ballistic and bang. So if you have a look in the description of this video, I'll show you the download to this profile for voice attack. We're going to open up voice attack, and there is a button here which we're going to click, which will allow us to import this profile. We're going to import this voice attack profile, and it'll be ready to run from there. We just select it from the drop down menu and we're good to go. And that is it, guys. We are ready to go. So open up Ready or Not. Once you've got Ready or Not open, then open up UEVR and inject into VR and open up your voice attack. And when you have all three of those running, you can go straight into a game. I would recommend removing HUD as well, just for that extra bit of realism, and you will literally be a SWAT commander. That's pretty much it. I don't know what else to tell you. Sometimes what will happen is you'll jump into a game and you'll still have your arms there. That's fine. Just push in both analog sticks, click on main, and it'll load the options which you had before. And apart from that, that's everything. I hope this has been helpful. As always, please drop a like or consider subscribing for more content like this, and stick around because I'm going to be making a few more of these like ultra realistic videos. Thanks again for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.